Another friend of mine, I said, look, I need to go on vacation somewhere. Where should I go? He said, go to Africa. And not only am I going to go, I'm going to explore a new country. So I went to Tanzania, South Africa, Namibia, Mali, Senegal, Morocco, Liberia, Namibia, Kenya, the Voodoo Festival in Ouida, Gambia, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire. Sierra Leone, Ghana, Nigeria. It's been a beautiful experience, just learning more about our culture, our indigenous culture. So uhuru means freedom in Swahili. I'm in search of my roots. In finding that, I would experience my uhuru, which is freedom. Till next time, Dynast Amir, I'm out.
Peace, family. I hope all is well. I hope your Sunday is going well. Guys, do me a favor. Hit that like button as you come to the chat room. Again, please hit the like button. Shout out to Ayana, Ayana, our mod who's in the chat room. Thank you, Ayana. And really, thank you. Thank you, everyone, who's in the chat room, who's been supporting over the years. Everyone who's bought the shirts, the Africa's My Everything shirt is available at amirdynast.com. Guys, I'm going to be rebranding a lot of rebranding is going on. And the reason why, I'll get into that, and that'd be another show. But, I was in Senegal, and I've been completely inspired by Senegal and what they're doing in Senegal and how that ties into the rebranding. Again, that's just another show. Kadi, come with us next August. God willing, next August, come roll with us to the Oshun Festival next August. And I'm going to be announcing the tours for next year. I was talking to Brother Bomani earlier today. Shout out to Brother Bomani. Shout out to Noopy who's in the building. Shout out to Noopy who's in the building. But I was talking to Brother Bomani. And guys, please forgive me. I'm a little jet lagged. I got in early this morning from Africa, and I'm a little bit jet lagged. So please forgive me. I'm not built like I used to be built, man. I remember back when I was first going to Africa and I was living in LA and flying from LA. Like, I remember the first time I went to Africa, I went to Tanzania. I flew American Airlines, I think, from LA straight to the UK, to Heathrow. They caught another flight. This was British Airways from Heathrow to Dar es Salaam. And, I will fly back and I'll be ready to rock and roll the next day. Now, boy, I need like 48 hours just to recuperate. And a lot of it this time was kind of my fault. So, we flew Ethiopian Airlines. We flew from JFK. Like, for the most part, I'm avoiding, shout out to Frenchie XO. The Sierra Leone trip takes place during my birthday, hoping I can make it. Come on, Cardi B. Come join us in Sierra Leone. But, so my thing is now when I go to Africa, I want to avoid Europe. I want to get directly to the continent from New York. So we flew Ethiopian Airlines. We flew from JFK to Lomé, Togo. Then from Lomé to Nigeria. But see, everybody went back home via Nigeria back to the States. Me, from Nigeria, I flew to Senegal via Air Cote d'Ivoire. I said Bomani, not Mulani. I don't know. Like, guys, I'll be honest. I don't really keep nothing. I love Ghana. Okay. I love Kumasi. I love Ghana. But I really don't keep up with what's going on in Ghana like that. Ghana is not, Ghana is not really, personally is not my cup of tea. Just the same way Nigeria is not some people's cup of tea, but I love Nigeria. That's home. Some people don't like Sierra Leone. I love Sierra Leone. That's home. What I know is that each country isn't for everybody. Everybody has their own preferences when it comes to countries, which we'll get into. So, Larry, thank you for buying the documentary, brother. Thank you, Larry, for buying the documentary. Very interesting. Thank you, brother. And guys, I'll probably do another show, like a Q&A on the documentary where you guys could call in, give your honest opinions on it. I mean, honest opinions, ask questions, like a follow-up. I have no problem doing that here soon. But, Ghana's a beautiful place. I love Kumasi. I love going to Kumasi. Ghana's cool, but Ghana's just not for me. So I really don't keep up with what's going on in Ghana. Everything I get from Ghana, if I talk to Bomani, I talk to some other people who are on the ground in Ghana, Ghana just isn't for me. Nothing against Ghana. I know some people take it personal, when I talk about Ghana, which I'm not really talking about Ghana. I just, Ghana's not for me. And I feel like while you're traveling throughout Africa, and I tell people to go to as many countries as you can and find the country that best fits you. And Ghana, hold on, what's going on here? Hold on 1 second, guys. There we go, bam. And Ghana just isn't for me. It's just not for me. I'll visit, but it's just not for me. So, whatever the diaspora has going on in Ghana, I don't know. I really don't keep up with it. I don't keep up with it. So, and again, nothing against Ghana. People get upset when I give my opinion about Ghana, but Ghana just isn't for me. The same way some people say, Dynast, I like Ghana, but Nigeria ain't for me. I don't take it personal. That's you have a right to your opinion and your preference. I don't take it personal. Some people might not like Sierra Leone. That's your preference. Yeah, Ghana's not part of my agenda, and it's just, but again, I've traveled to Ghana. And when I traveled to Ghana, it's just Ghana wasn't a fit for me. So therefore, you're right. Shout out to Brother Fabian in the chat room. You're right. Ghana is just not part of my agenda because I've been to Ghana and it wasn't a fit for me. And it's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, so somebody brought up somebody in Ghana. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in Ghana. But I could find out. But somebody selling, would you say hold on. Somebody scamming $250 for citizens. Okay. Is that the same Mulani? No, I said Bomani, not Mulani. I said Bomani. Is that the same Mulani who Go Black to Africa says is a scammer selling bogus citizenship passes for $250 a pop? I don't know. But guys, let me say this when it comes to these exposés. When it comes to calling out somebody as a scammer. I would just always say, and I know a lot of people are going to be upset by what I'm about to say. It's two sides to every story. So I would you heard one side of the story. Now hear the other, I guess the guy who's collected the 250. I don't know what's behind it. I don't know if he's doing the paperwork on the ground. I don't know if he just flat out saying, give me $250, so I'll get you your citizenship. I don't know what's going on. So I would say get both sides of the story. That's just me personally. That's how I roll on everything. It's only fair. It's only fair. It's only fair. That's just me personally. But some people don't take. Yeah, I know he was talking about Bomani. He said some guy named Mulani, but I don't know Mulani. And the people I know in Ghana, as far as the diaspora, is few in between. And in fact, if you guys notice, when I'm out like traveling throughout Africa, I really don't. And nothing against repats. I mean, I don't really. I'm more in with the locals than I am like the repat community. And nothing wrong, no, nothing wrong with the repat community. But like I said, I'm primarily in with. I spend my time primarily in circles with the locals. Like I said, I spend the majority of my time, excuse me, with the locals. I'm in their circles, not necessarily the diaspora communities. Now I know when I go to when I have time, when I'm in Senegal, I see RJ. I sat down with Doctor. Oh man, in Ghana, Doctor Gabon. Like I said, I've I sit down with a couple of people in the diaspora, or repats. But just to be honest, it's just there's a lot of drama that comes from a lot of these repat communities. That's why I keep my repat circle very, 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 very small. Very, 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 very small when it comes to the repat circle. And I'm primarily with the locals. And then there are a couple repats who, if I need advice or I have questions, I'll reach out to. But again, I keep the circle very, very, very small. Blacksit, my sister Blacksit, cool with her. So in each country, I might just have like a couple people who I associate with. But for the most part, I'm with the locals, because I need to really figure out. Okay, I'm sorry, it's a little sharing. What term should I use? I'm sorry. But for the most part, I'm with the locals, and then I bounce advice with the repat. I'm sorry, so you got me saying repat. I don't see a problem with saying repat or whatever, repatriation, repat. I don't know, immigrant. I don't know what to call it. The black folks who are returning home. I keep the circle very, 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 very small. Because I don't have any issues with the locals. Again, I don't have any issues with the locals for the most part when I go over there. All the drama that came my way was from jealousy from the I would say repat communities. But the locals, no problems. So, like I said, when it comes to that, I keep my repat community very, 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 very small and close knit. Returnee. There we go. Returnee. I keep my returnee circle very, 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 very small and close knit. And then for the most part, I'm with the locals. So, that's my thing. So in each country, I got pretty much a returnee family, but and that's about it. So I'm with the locals for the most part. What else was I going to say? Oh, let's do the housekeeping first. Guys, everyone who has bought the documentary, once again, thank you so much for buying the Thank you so much for buying the documentary. Hold on 1 second. Then, guys, hit the like button as you come to the chat room. If you have not bought the documentary, please go to searchforahuru.com. Please go to searchforahuru.com and buy the documentary. Again, please go to searchforahuru.com. Again, go to searchforahuru.com and please buy the documentary. Please buy the shout out to Keisha in the chat room. Yes, press 1 if you bought the documentary. There you go. That's a good idea, Keisha. Press 1 if you bought the documentary. So please, and listen, I'm gonna shout out my documentary every day. I'm gonna shout out what I'm doing every day. And I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you why. So I'm into sales. So I do sales. That's my background in corporate America is sales. And I would go out every day. First of all, not go out. I would get up in the morning, go to the office, pick up the phone, and make calls for 4 straight hours, trying to schedule appointments to sell my product for this company that I work for, who could fire me at any time. I then will go out into the field, knock on doors every day, selling products. In fact, listen, this is the company I used to work for. I got I got a couple of the terry towels. I use it for my camera. Centos. This is what I used to do sales for. I used to do sales for a company called Centos. I have a microfiber cloth that I use for my camera lens. And my camera lenses and to clean the lens on my phone. And I would go every day knocking on doors every day. Rain, sleet, even snow, when it snowed rarely. Knocking on doors, selling these right here for this company every day for 8 years. Before that, it was insurance for a company called Aflac the Duck. I would get up every day, hit the phones, go knock on doors, selling insurance, selling terry towels for companies that I did not own. This documentary, this is mine. This is my, you know what? I wouldn't say I suffered doing that because they paid me a good base salary. They paid me commission, except for Aflac. Aflac was straight 100% commission. They gave me a car package. They gave me insurance. They looked out 401k. They matched it. So I wouldn't say I suffered. So if I was going that hard building another man's company, why would I not shout out what I'm doing every day on my platform? Because I was getting up every day, knocking on doors, spreading the news, sharing the products and services of a company that I did not own. And guys, be patient with me. I'm still a little jet lagged, but be patient with me. So why would I not every day do the same or even go harder, which I'm not going hard enough for my own companies? So therefore, every day you guys are going to know about the documentary. Go and support and buy the documentary and spread the word. Well, see, Ty, your situation is different because in sales, you eat what you kill. I didn't have a guarantee, except for when I was at Centos, when I had a guaranteed base salary. But at the same time, when you're in a sales job, you got to perform. So if you're doing a minimum, you're going to get fired because you got to perform. So yes, every day, y'all going to know about the documentary. You're going to know about the tour company. And again, I'm not going hard enough, and I'm disappointed in myself. And I'm disappointed in myself. I'm going to tell you why. Senegal. I got to go harder because right now, the way things are going in Senegal, in the car, I might be priced out. And I'm so upset. If it were today, I'll be priced out. In regards to like buying the land that I want in areas that I want right now in the car, it looks like I might be priced out. I'm still good in Freetown. I'm still good in Lagos. The car might be priced out. So that tells me I'm not going hard enough. That tells me I need to go back to the drawing board. That tells me I need to start networking more. Because I'll be honest, I'm kind of introverted at times. Yeah, the car is expensive. Listen, I'm priced out. I'll be honest. But to get what I want in the car, boy, I gotta go harder. I gotta get back to the drawing board. I gotta rearrange some things to get what I want. To get that condo on that land overlooking the Atlantic Ocean, man, guys, you have not been to the car lately. Yeah, but Noob, here we go. But Noob, the car real estate is some of the best that I've seen in West Africa. No, I just need, okay, here we go. When I say I'm introverted, I mean, I like talking to people. I love speaking to people. Hell, I'm on with you guys every day. I was a salesperson, so I couldn't be introverted. But when it comes to getting out, like I would say here in Atlanta and like networking and getting out of my house in Atlanta, I just be in the house. I like being in my house in Atlanta. I go here to the gym, pick up Massa, take him to practice, take him where he needs to go eat some dinner here and there, and I come back home. I could be quiet in person. What's an ambivert? What's that mean, Frenchie? You know, using big words, Frenchie. You can't be using these big words with me. What's ambivert? What's ambivert, Frenchie? You know, you can't be using these big words. Shout out to Frenchie in the chat room. Shout out to our cute chocolate sister, Frenchie. So Carlina, I wanted to buy land in Almaty. It's funny you brought that up. When I'm in the car, I stay in Almaty. Carlina, when I'm in extroverted, introverted, yeah, I am. I'm extroverted, introverted. When I'm in the car, I stay in Almaty. Do you understand how much land is selling for in Almaty now? Just a plot? But 8 years ago, it was affordable. It means both the introvert and extrovert depending on the situation. That's me. Okay, so I'm an ambivert. Okay, I found out something new today. Ambivert. I found out something new today. Guys, do me a favor. Hit the like button. And also, make sure you go to searchforuhuru.com and buy the documentary. Go to searchforuhuru.com and buy the documentary, family. Also, tours. We got more tours coming up. We're going to Sierra Leone in November. We're going to Sierra Leone in November. November 20th through December 3rd. November 20th through December 3rd. We are going to Sierra Leone. Come and join us. If you're interested in joining, come and join us in Sierra Leone. Please go to Danfo, DANFO .Africa. Again, Danfo, DANFO .Africa. Please go to Danfo, DANFO .Africa to learn more about the Sierra Leone tour, and I will be announcing the other tour dates and where we're going. Yes, okay, Cotty, we're gonna address this right now. In fact, Cotty, I'd like you to call in. I wanna address, and please don't take this the wrong way, Cotty. Please don't take this the wrong way, Cotty. I wish I had a travel buddy. I got like 2 or 3 spots left. You still got spots, right? I really want to go. Wish I had a travel buddy, though. Okay, Cotty, listen. There are going to be other people on the tour who you can make friends with. In fact, this last tour in Nigeria, I mean, some of the people on the tour, they have a bond now. They're like best friends now. I mean, this last tour to Nigeria, I mean, they're like sisters now. Sisters and brothers. We're like sisters and brothers. But they're close. So, Cotty, you could come, and here's Fabian was on the tour. Facts. So, Cotty, what I'm saying is, you come. It's a group tour, so you come on the tour, and you make new friends. Come on the tour and make new friends. You know, I'm sure there are some personalities who you could get along with. I'm not going to guarantee you'll get along with everybody. I mean, you'll be cordial. Oh, shout out to Rob, who's in the chat room. The bond is real. Shout out to Rob, who also came on the tour. I'm not going to say you're going to be permanent friends or sister brothers with everybody on the tour. But I mean, like I said, there's some people on the tour still who are close. I got a couple group chats from the past tours. People still communicate. People are still friends after the tour. Here we go. Another brother who came on the tour. We all bonded on every tour of that Search for Uhuru. People have found out that they are cousins. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like to travel in luxury, not budget class. I'm picky. Okay, let me say this. So, the tours. Now, if you want to buy a first class ticket, you can buy a first class, business class ticket. All right. Now, let me say this. We're going to be traveling to some rural areas. Okay. Some rural areas. So, in Africa, when you go to rural areas, there's going to be some challenges. And I need to start articulating that a little better. There's going to be some listen, I'm not mad at Alina. I'm not mad at Alina at all. I'm not mad at Alina at all. No. Let's not get mad at Alina. Listen, let's not get mad at Alina. I'm not mad at Alina at all. She said she travels with luxury. That's what she wants. That's what she wants. But let me just set the expectations. And I feel like I could do a better job at doing that. All right. So what I'm saying is we travel to the rural areas, and there are going to be those challenges in these. No, first class ticket as far as the flight. You know, you want to fly first class, we could fly first class to the countries I go to. But when we get there, the way my tours operate, you know, we gonna be there. We're gonna spend some time in the rural areas, and even in the cities in Africa, they're still developing. Some parts of the roads ain't gonna be the best. I'll just be honest. Now, one thing I can guarantee now, okay, I can now guarantee, all right, that we're gonna have a bus with AC. The AC is gonna be you're gonna have but you're gonna be comfortable on the bus. AC, you're gonna be good. Nah, they're gonna be AC on the bus. Trust me. I ain't gonna lie. I think like the first tour I did to Nigeria, and I think the second, the AC went out or we didn't have AC. Unfortunately. But there will be AC on the bus. You'll be comfortable on the bus. If you want to get first class ticket, get you a first class ticket to come over. But we're gonna spend we're gonna spend some time in rural areas, and with that, you know, it's gonna be its challenges. One thing that I'm going to do now, moving forward, because of that, I'm gonna be providing Lysol wipes for the bathrooms, and I'm gonna be bringing toilet paper because Keisha, it wasn't that hot though. But Keisha, we had AC on the bus though. On our bus, we had AC. But the first couple of tours to Nigeria, Sierra Leone, we always had AC. But to Nigeria, the first couple of tours, we didn't have no AC. Well, I'm sorry, we did have AC, but the AC went out on the bus. We had AC the first two trips to Nigeria, but I think the AC had went out or something happened. Yeah, something happened. But now you're gonna be comfortable on the bus, comfortable on the plane if you want first class. We're doing a whole lot better job in Nigeria. So in Sierra Leone, we stay at the Radisson Blu. Nice hotel, 4-star hotel. Now in Nigeria, we at the Laim Hotel, and I have another hotel called Maison Fahrenheit, which is a good, nice hotel. Maison Fahrenheit. Is that hold on one second. So the hotel in Oshogbo, Laim, they say it's a 5-star, but it's a 4-star. But it's 5-star for Oshogbo. Again, it's definitely 5-star for Oshogbo. Definitely. Maison Fahrenheit is a 4-star hotel. That's where we're staying at now. In Lagos. Maison Fahrenheit is a 4-star hotel. Look at it right now. It's a 4-star. Hold on one second. Let me put this in here. So this is where we're staying at now. In Lagos. Moving forward in Lagos, we have Maison Fahrenheit. Excuse me. Hey, Noob, I'm gonna bring you on. Give me 1 second. So this is where we're at in Lagos. Moving forward. Either here, but I'm also gonna be working on some other hotels in but I'm going to be working on other hotel options as well in Lagos, just in case for some reason they can't because this is a boutique hotel. So being a boutique hotel, they only have like maybe 25 or 30 rooms. So when these Nigeria trips get larger and they can't accommodate us, I got to have a plan B. So I'm going to be working on a plan B. For right now, it's Maison Fahrenheit. That's where we stayed this past trip. Now, we did have a mix-up on a hotel when we got to Lagos. But we immediately fixed that issue. We went to Maison Fahrenheit. So Maison Fahrenheit is the hotel of Danfo when we go to Lagos. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So the hotel is going to be comfortable. You know, the transportation is going to be comfortable. Again, we're going to be in a rural area. That's the thing. But see, the thing is, when you want to enjoy the culture, and I tell people this story. When I first went to Tanzania, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. Yeah, please do me a favor and hit that like button. When I first went to Africa, you know, I went to Tanzania. And I remember being in Dar es Salaam. And I remember everybody had on skinny jeans. You know, it was a bunch of, you know, weaves and wigs and skinny jeans and fake Gucci and fake Louis Vuitton, Louis, all that fake designer stuff. And I remember, like, I didn't come all the way to Africa as a Black American to experience skinny jeans, fake designer wear, weaves, and wigs. I get plenty of that in Atlanta and LA already as it is. So I just asked the question. I asked, where can I experience the culture? They said, Dynast, you got to go to the villages. You got to go to the bush. And I went to the bush to experience the culture. I spent time with the Maasai. Now, in that, like I said, you're going to have your challenges. Like I said, you're going to have, a bunch of fake Balmain jeans, a bunch of fake Gucci. You know, all the boys had on a little man purse, the fake Louis and fake Gucci man purse. Yeah, man, I couldn't take it. I said, listen, man, I didn't come over here to experience this. I want to go. Well, listen, some people don't like the word bush, like some people don't like the term repat. They said bush. The Tanzanians said bush. That's what they told me. Yeah, they said you need to go visit the village. You need to go visit the bush if you want to experience the culture. Nah, I didn't buy a pair of them fake skinny jeans. So I went to the village. I went to the bush, in quotation marks, and had the time of my life. But again, there were challenges. That's the first time I got introduced to dumping water to flush the toilet. There was no flushing the toilet. I had to dump buckets. To take a shower. That was the first time I got introduced to that. But my goal, my objective was to experience the culture. But with that, you had challenges. But guess what? I got to experience the culture. Yeah, I was dumping buckets. There was no hot water, but I had the time of my life. So again, like, I don't do luxury tours because I want you guys to experience the culture. And with that, we got to go out to the villages to really do that. And you're going to have, you know, it's going to be a different experience. And sometimes even in the major cities, they got open sewers. So you might have a little stench. You know, the roads might be kind of messed up. Some places you're going to have traffic, lots of traffic. So, but listen, if you want a luxury tour, that's good. I can't accommodate you right now. Yeah, well, there you go. The Real South Africa does luxury tours. There you go. I don't do luxury tours. Like, I don't want to go all the way to Africa. I can experience luxury. Here we go. I don't have to travel all the way to Africa to experience luxury. Ty, that's another thing. So My hotel, when I first went to Africa, I was in Tanzania. I was staying at the Tanzanite Executive Suites. That's the name of the hotel in Dar es Salaam. So I remember going into the bathroom and seeing a water hose connected to the toilet. I was like, what is this? Again, I saw a water hose connected to the toilet with the sprayer. I was like, what is this? I asked my friend, I was like, why is there a water hose with the spray connected to the toilet? He had to explain to me. Muslims, and not even just Muslims, a lot of Africans. Okay. Let me watch what I'm about to say very carefully. Muslims specifically, some, not all, but a lot, because I experienced this too when I go to Senegal and I go to Tuba. So not all, but some, and same thing with some of even the non-Muslims don't use toilet paper. They and to be honest with you, it's better and more healthier to spray, not use toilet paper. Because the toilet paper ain't gonna clean you like the spray, like spraying water. So I had to ask my friend, like, why I got this water hose with the sprayer connected to it? What the hell? What's that for? And he explained to me, like a lot of Muslims, not all, but over in Africa, some, here we go, most Muslims and West Africans don't use toilet paper. They use water. We used to pat dry. Yeah, it's cleaner. It's cleaner. They use water. And listen, I've tried that and I made a mess. Like I gotta use wipes. I use the wipes. I don't use the toilet paper, I use wipes. But I've tried this, like, I guess you got to get completely butt naked. Okay, that's too much information. Let me stop. But yeah, I ain't got the technique with the spray. I ain't got it down. I tried it. It ain't work. It ain't work for me. So I use wipes now. I know there's a lot of information. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it didn't work out. I was just spraying water, just water. Yeah, the water. I use wet wipes. I know there's a lot of information. I use wet wipes, but the water is cleaner. It's cleaner to use water versus toilet paper. I know this is too much information. A cup with some water. Okay, yeah, I did the wrong way. Okay, okay. Yeah, you got to be butt naked. Pause. Okay. Yeah, I tried it once. It didn't work out. Put it like that. So I use wipes. So yeah, I use wipes. There should be a pump dispenser next to the sprayer. Okay, it's just too much. Like it's too much. But yeah, it's cleaner. So it's better to use the water, It's better to use the water. But I use wipes now. Yeah, might as well. That's the thing. Like, might as well take a shower. That was my thing. Like, you might as well just take a shower. But it's cleaner to use the water. But my thing is, like, you might as well just take a shower. So yeah. So it's just, yeah, she wants to do a luxury tour. Go ahead. It's just at this time, I don't do luxury tours. Because me personally, I don't see the value of coming from America, never being in Africa before, just going to all the way to Africa for a luxury tours. Yeah, water is better. I know water is better. And I remember this one time I was in Senegal. I was in Tuba. And I was using toilet paper and I clogged up the toilet. And boy, they was about to fight me. They was mad. They was like, America, you use toilet paper. Why? I just gotta tell them that's what we use in America. We use toilet paper. I don't spray. I use toilet paper because I had clogged up their toilet. I had messed up their toilet, and they got upset because they just didn't understand like why do I use toilet paper and not water. And you know, I just told them, man, look, that's how we do it in America. I'm sorry, like that's how we do it in America. I mess up their toilet. Yeah, so they wasn't. I don't think they was too happy, but they were patient with me. They were like, okay, you know, that's what you do. That's what you do over there. Here we use water. But so what I learned is like I need to provide toilet paper, Lysol wipes. We're gonna be out in rural areas. I can't guarantee that the restrooms for the sisters, the women. I can't guarantee that the toilets are gonna be clean. So you know the wipes are gonna be there to wipe everything down. But I just, like I said, I don't do luxury tours at this time. Maybe one day, you know, we might do a luxury tour to Nigeria where we just go to Victoria Island and Abuja and just party and do the little sexy yacht shit with all white and go to clubs and the nicest dinners there in Abuja. But see, I really don't club. Again, I don't club like that. I don't club. So that's why it's not. Well, I'm gonna start providing Lysol wipes. Because just for me, you know, I just pray to God that I'm out. And it's happened to me a couple times though. You know, I've been out in the bush or whatever. But see, it really wasn't that bad, you know, because the times where, you know, my stomach was, you know, I had to go. I had to go. You know, I ended up basically what I do, grab some toilet paper. I made a nest, you know, on the toilet. I made a nest and had to do what I had to do. It wasn't the cleanest, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. If I was out like in the village, they had the latrine or the hole in the ground, you know, I had to do what I had to do. You know, when I'm out, I know it's a lot of I know it's too much information, but I'm sorry. I apologize. Had to do what I had to do. Because you know, sometimes it happens. It happens. You know, your stomach starts calling. And I remember I had drunk some bad BSAP. Yeah, I had drunk some bad BSAP. That's what happened. Squat and drop. There you go, Keisha. You in the village, you got to squat and drop. It happens sometimes. Sometimes it happens. You got to squat and drop. It just nature comes calling. Ain't nothing you can really do about it. So I had a couple times I had to squat and drop. And I remember I was in Nigeria. I had drunk some bad BSAP. You know, that's like my favorite drink. That's my favorite African drink is BSAP. I had drunk some bad BSAP. And the bad BSAP kind of messed my stomach up. So yeah. So, okay, I know that's too much information, but again, kind of got off topic because somebody brought up luxury tours. At this time, I don't do luxury tours. Again, at this time, I don't do luxury tours. But maybe in the future, I might do one. You know, that's just not my thing. Like I'm not a, you know, I gotta eat at Philippe Chow and STK and the ambiance of restaurants. Like I'm not that guy. I'm because the thing is, my experience, I get better tasting food at hole in the walls than I do at, you know, Mr. Chow's and STK and, you know, all these sexy, you know, restaurants. Like I'm like, I'd rather eat at the hole in the wall. That's where you get the best food. But I would say this. You're right. Mixed preferences, luxury with, you know, the let's see. Hold on, here we go. Gritty with luxury. You got a point there. You know, so with this, I took advice from people who came on previous tours to Nigeria. They said, Dynasty, we want to spend more time on the island. So we went to Victoria Island. But I'm not a go out club guy. That's just not me, man. I like my bed like 11 o'clock at night, no later than midnight. I like to be in my bed. You know. You said, but them lemon pepper lamb chops are good though. Listen, I'll put Mr. Muhammad's Dibi lamb in Senegal over all this sexy lamb chop shit they sell at these overpriced restaurants, all these overpriced, you know, sexy restaurants. Again, I would say you could get Senegalese Dibi from a hole in the wall. Tastes better than all that lamb shit they sell at all these overpriced restaurants. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not with the ambiance and the nice restaurants, you know, with the, you know, motherfuckers bring out the sparklers and, you know, yeah, here we go. $80 for a lamb chop and sprinkle of salt. Like I can't do it. Here we go. After restaurants in Harlem. So they got a Senegalese restaurant in Harlem called Boab in Harlem. Go get their Dibi. Go eat their Senegalese food. Go get that Dibi. And then go to STK or Philippe Chow, Mr. Chow, whatever you want to call it, and buy that overpriced $100 lamb chop. I guarantee you the Senegalese boba spot is killing their lamb chops. That's why I'd rather just take me to a hole in the wall. But what I'm going to do in Sierra Leone, so moving forward, breakfast and lunch included in the tours. Then we're going to do one group dinner. And the one group dinner, we're going to do it at a nice restaurant. So you guys can have that nice luxury experience. So I'm going to find a very nice restaurant in Freetown. And we're going to do one group dinner in Freetown for dinner. But breakfast and lunch, and that's enough, guys. Breakfast, okay, lunch, you know, we're eating local food. We're eating the local food. We're eating the local food. If you come to Chicago, check out Yasser's Senegalese restaurant. Yeah, man, that's why I'm just not into ambiance. I think it's just overpriced. You like Chebujin? Chebujin off the chain. Yeah, like again, STK, all these, you know, sexy restaurants with the ambiance. I'll take the Senegalese hole in the wall restaurant any day of the week. Any day of the week. I'll take the hole in the wall any day of the week. So yeah. So I mean, as far as the rest of the food, we eat local food. We'll do one group dinner. Yeah, and that's what we're doing. We know we go to Sierra Leone. We're gonna do one group dinner. Probably at a spot called Toma. We'll probably go a nice spot. It's a nice spot called Toma. So yeah, we'll go to a spot called Toma in Sierra Leone in Freetown. Probably do dinner there. Or there's a new spot that opened up called Freetown Chop House, from my understanding. But we'll probably do Toma. And that's for all the rest of the trips. Breakfast, lunch included. We'll do one group dinner, and we'll do it at a so-called nice, cool. I wouldn't say luxury. I wouldn't say the equivalent to STK in Africa, but we'll go to a nice sit-down spot. But it won't be STK. So yeah. But guys, links in the chat room. Link is in the chat room. If you guys want to call in, go ahead and call in. You could go ahead and call in if you'd like to. Oh yeah, and guys, I've been in Namibia. In fact, guys, I'm probably taking a group to Namibia next year. All right, Freddie Cougar. Links in the chat room. Going to click on the link and call in, Freddie Cougar. I'm taking a group. I'm sorry. I'm probably going to take a group to Namibia. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Guys, I was talking to Bomani today, and he made a great point. He was like, Dynas, you're the guy for Nigeria. He said, Dynas, Bomani told me, he said, Dynas, you're the bravest person. You're the only person who is brave enough to take people to Nigeria. I love Nigeria. And then he was talking about, the amount of countries he goes to, and he was just like, it's a lot. Different countries. So like me personally, as far as taking groups to different countries, I'm not going to do more than 3 or 4 countries. I'm doing Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Senegal, and then it's either going to be, more than likely it's going to be Namibia, Zanzibar, or Cote d'Ivoire. Yeah, he said brave enough. He said, I'm brave enough to take people to Nigeria. I'm like, man, Nigeria is cracking. Nigeria is cracking, man. I love Nigeria. Oh, and in Sierra Leone, the group I'm taking in November, citizenship is available to those who qualify. All right, Cardi B, unmute yourself. Go ahead.
Hey, I just wanted to say about the going alone. Like, I went to Jamaica. I flew in 2 weeks, went to Jamaica alone. And even though I went on some group tours and stuff, I still felt like I was lonely. So that's why I was saying, like, I wish I had a travel buddy, because I'm not much of an extrovert at all. Like, I'm not shy, but I often find myself just like, I don't really care so much. So
no, I would say it is the personalities that come on the trip. You'll make friends. Trust me.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I was just, speaking from the experience of Jamaica. Like, there were people on the group tours and stuff that I went on, but, they had their own friends and stuff that they were hanging out with. So, I was just often left alone to do my own thing. So, even though I have fun,
I would say this, the majority of people who come by themselves, make friends on the actual tour. And then we have a couple couples who come. So,
okay. Well, I'm saying I would love to go, especially for my birthday. I'm sad I couldn't make the Nigeria, but I didn't realize in enough time. So,
yeah, come. I mean, we still got room. You want to come to Sierra Leone? Come. We'd love to have you.
Okay, cool. That's all. I just wanted to clarify. Like, I'm not afraid to travel alone or anything. It was just like done it and was kind of lonely. So.
All right, no problem, sister. And we'll love to have you in Sierra Leone.
Alrighty, I'll drop down.
All right, for sure. No problem. Go ahead, Shah.
Hey, greetings.
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
You have confirmed about Nigeria. I haven't been to Nigeria since 1989, and I've only been to a few countries, Congo and Nigeria. So I don't have a whole lot to compare it to. But I've been thinking, with that, when I was there, it was popping. So I know that by now it's even with all the challenges and problems and stuff that it has, that it just it's a mecca for Black folks doing productive things and doing big things and doing everything.
You know what, Sean? You just said something. You just said something. Nigeria is a mecca for Black people who are productive, especially Lagos. And we get on that island. You're right.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. Well, you don't know this, but I'm involved in model management here. I work with in men's fashion and also design. So when I saw the topic, I was like, okay, I like coming on your show anyway. But this is a area that I've been doing for about maybe 10 years, involved in fashion in the Bay Area. Now I'm in New York, living in New York for 7 years. So that's what I do. So I'm looking forward to the conversation about that.
Yeah, so well, let me bring up before we jump into the conversation. Complex, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Nuke.
All right, hold on 1 second. Let me see if I'm on.
You
Can
on? We
hear
hear
me?
you. You on?
All
Hear you
right.
loud and clear.
Yeah, so I'm putting my picture up with the artist Joe, because Joe loves Africa, and Joe actually loves what you do, Dynast. You don't know. You never know who's watching you, right?
Yeah, no clue.
Hey, look,
No
man.
clue. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to Joe for the support.
Artist and writer, because he's a writer that people don't even know about, and I'm gonna put him on his shine because he love the people, man. He a real dude. So that's the picture I put up. But
That's right, Joe. Joe is from Chicago, ain't he?
No, he's not from Chicago. Actually, I asked him that, and we was laughing because I said, "What's up, Joe?"
No, what's his name is from
And in
Chicago.
Chicago,
What's his name? Donnell
R.
Jones
Kelly
is from
and
Chicago, right?
Avant. Donnell
Is
Jones,
Donald?
R. Kelly, and Avant from Chicago.
You said Donnell Jones, right?
Donnell Jones, R. Kelly, Avant, and what's the brother from Blackstreet? The guy from Blackstreet that was like the main dude back in the day with Teddy Riley, but the one that could actually sing his ass off.
Hollister, right? Is it Hollister?
Yeah, Dave Hollister, I think. Yeah, he's from Chicago too.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. More important than that, because we on your show. So shout outs to the audience. Because without the audience, there's the audience is everything. So, and you got one of the best audiences I've ever seen, bro. You have a great audience. So I want to make sure your audience understands today from me, by way of you, Dynast Amir, Prince Dynast Amir. You are a great audience. You have a great life. Appreciate it, and appreciate the fact that everybody is meeting in this platform. So I just want to say that first. Is that okay?
Of course, brother. Floor is yours.
All right. So everybody, I have been on Dynast trips. I took a male in his 70s to Nigeria with Dynast. I'm gonna break it down to y'all what happened. Because the roads are not made for wheelchairs as of yet, but they can still put wheelchairs over the road. Dynast himself helped us lift this man from his wheelchair to wherever he had to go. I want that to be heard. Dynast and the people on the tour, such as Mufasa, Susan, and everybody on was it your first tour, Dynast?
Hey, that definitely was the first tour, and you guys were the guinea pigs. Hey, listen, the hotels and transportation have definitely been stepped up, but you guys were the guinea pigs. But yes, that was the first tour.
And so us guinea pigs had a great time. We came. So I want your artists to hear. Is that okay for me to say? For me to explain what happened to us?
Listen, bro. You can say whatever you want to, bro. The floor is yours.
Hey, everybody in Dynast's audience. We showed up. It was drummers there. And this 75-year-old man with no legs cried. Whole ass tears. Cried. I was trying not to cry. This is my second time there. I was trying not to cry so I didn't show it. You know, we males, you know, we can't show y'all that. Come on now. We strong male, but we in Africa. But we not in like tourist Africa though. We in real ass Africa with Dynasty Amir, Search for the Hero. And it was so much love. This man with no legs, no walking human legs, had no complaints. Me as his assistant had to carry him on my back. No complaints. Now I could have complained that like, hey bro, your piece is on my back. Yeah, I'm be that real. Your piece is on my back and I gotta carry you, but I didn't care. Because Dinah showed us real ass Africa. And I'm gonna take ass out next and be nice about it for the families. Dinah showed us real Africa. Search for Your Hero shows real Africa. And real Africa is luxury because you don't have the luxury of what you've been programmed to think is luxury. You have the luxury of what your ancestors will show you, and it really is luxury. If you want to see it as that, but if you have the mindset that tells you, I can't see this as luxury, and I know I'm going to supersede Dynas on one thing. He said he can't. He said what he can't do, but he's a noob, and there's nothing we can't do. And if you don't know what noobs are, Cap Alpha Psi.
Facts.
He's a noob. There's nothing we can't do. We were started with Kappa Alpha Nu. K-A-N, I can. I know Dynas can. And he has. He has shown people with wherewithal and non-wherewithal how to see the wholeness of Nigeria, Sierra Leone, gotten citizenship, businesses. I got a business through him. I got whole families, citizenship through him. I've gotten much things. And not just through him. As an African practitioner, I have to mention Odemare, which is what people call God, but I can't call it God. But it's respect to you all that call it God. That's respect. But for what I call it what the Yoruba call it, Odemare. And we had a great time. And if y'all are in the chat and y'all see Marie Shy, M-A-R-I, yeah, I'm calling you out. Separate word, S-H-Y. She met her cousin on that first trip Dynas through to Nigeria. She met her whole cousin. After I explained to them as an African practitioner of African priesthood, we are here for a purpose. We know each other for a purpose. We know Dynas for a purpose. And I told her, we probably became each other or some shit like that, or was on the same slave ship. And I dare Dynas go look and find the ship, because I'm pretty sure that ship, all of our ancestors was on that same ship. I'm going to say it. I'm going to stand by it. Dynas can say what he wants. This is not Dynas words. This is not Search for the Hero words. This is complex Fajumoni's words. Cousins met on a trip with Dynas that was supposed to be there. The Baba, the big brother that's 75 with no legs that came with me had never been anywhere outside of America until he went to Dynas' trip. A man with no legs had no problems. Not only that, I went again. I was there on my own in the beginning, and I met up with Dynas and his crew. They were having a good time. No woman and no man had a complaint. So when you go to Africa with Dynas, understand you're going to get a real African experience. And yes, Africa has tissue, so don't let white people tell you Africa don't have no tissue and nothing like that. It's a family show. I'm going to try not to curse. They got everything, but be prepared. You in the bushes. But a lot of y'all on this call, and I'm going to call y'all out, have peed male and female after a club some side of some street in Atlanta, Chicago, LA, Las Vegas, wherever. There may not be porta potties, porta potties, but these are your people. And if it's a luxury for you, it's a luxury for them. I want to tell you something else about those people there. It's a luxury for them to meet you. They are pleased to meet you when you come there. No matter what you see, if you have a negative mind, you're only going to see the negative first. No matter what you see, though, positive-minded people, like the Africans over there, they are happy, elated, and more than happy to see you. And it's not because of your money or so-called stature as being from a Western country. They want you to come home. They want to see the fact that you can meet somebody look like your best friend. As when I went with Dynast, I met the first person I saw was a person like my day one, as us males call it, because we don't say best friend, that's a female thing. But my day one, bro, I saw a guy look just like my day one, bro, on the road with Dynast, and I filmed him. My bad, Dynast. I'm gonna stop right there because I thought I heard something.
No. Go ahead. Finish. Go ahead.
I met a guy that looked like my day one kindergarten friend. I told Marie Shy, we know each other for a purpose. And Marie Shy and I hope Susan is here, because those are two that are cousins, and they are two of Dynast's people with the tool symbol, which, you know, I'm older, so I don't know what the tool symbol is, but Dynast, what's the tool symbol again, bro?
You said the what symbol?
The tool symbol for the people in your group that have the tool symbol. What's that called? You know, I'm a little older. I was here before Facebook. I had a beeper. I had a pager. You know what I'm saying? I had a pager. Whoever laughing, I appreciate you. I had a pager, bro.
Okay, you said tools. You said tools.
The people in your group, so the people on this channel that have the tool symbol that regulate things while you're taking
moderator.
Shout out to the moderators, all of y'all, and send me some love. I'm showing y'all some love. And you know what? Matter of fact, don't send me no love. I don't even need it. Listen, y'all are great. Dynast is great because I understand them. And I'm gonna say this to y'all. Me and my frat brother, like any brother, we had some words with each other. You know what I'm saying, Dynast? I'm gonna say it. We had some words. But no matter what words we had, good, bad, whatever, brothers, sisters, we all have words with each other. But when it comes down to it, can't nobody tell me they know a tour guide and they say, yo, pub. I didn't grow up with Dynast. I'm from Chicago, not California. I didn't know him before I went on his trip. I took a chance by blessings and I went and got blessed. And that man's trips is like no other. You want to see Africa? You go with Dynast Amir, surfing your hero. You want to see and be in a what they call those, all-inclusive, stuck in one hotel your whole time and say that you saw a place? You don't want to call Dynast. In the future, you probably can, because at the minute when y'all show him the money, he might be like, "Show me the money," like Jerry Maguire.
Got a point.
I ain't saying you
got
will.
a point. I ain't saying I won't do luxury cruises. I'm not saying I won't do luxury tours, but the money's right. I'll do a luxury tour.
So y'all heard him. And there's nothing wrong with that because my money right. Well, I shouldn't say that on the IRS. Never mind what I just said. I'm poor. I'm broke. My bad. I gotta say it, Dynast. IRS. My bad, bro. Yeah. So let me say another way. A better way for my taxation. It's funny, but it's true. Hey, IRS. So my money is okay. And with my okay money, I had the greatest time with Prince Dynast Amir searched for Uhuru, and he and I both carried a man's wheelchair and carried a man with no legs on our back. Not only that,
What year was
we made
this?
sure the women had a great time. Not in that way that
We'll
some
say
of
it
you
was
dirty
it was
mind
two, it
people
was
think.
2000 it was 2000 it was 2019. Shaw, go ahead, Complex.
2019. We made sure the women had a great time. We took care of the women, meaning if men, like big brothers, if men were trying to talk to our sister, and, oh shit, my car going off. My bad. Don't worry about. Yeah, I got a fancy car. No, I don't have a fancy car. My bad. Damn it, IRS. This car that speaks. I don't know who's laughing. This car that speaks is not mine. Whatever. So we carried this man in his wheelchair. So for y'all that be like, I can't go to Africa. I got this going on. I got that going on. I don't want to hear you. A man with no legs came there, and Dynas Amir himself carried this wheelchair with us. With us.
That's awesome.
Women on the trip who needed things. Dynas and the rest of us men took care of it. Women on the trip who met a guy who, like a brother would do, who this dude. That's how we was. Mary Shy in the group would say it to you. We told every woman, if this dude don't approve by us brothers, we wasn't with it. And we from America, but we was with it. And last but not least, spiritually, we all met each other for a reason.
Yes.
I know that I met Dynas because I'm supposed to. I know that I met Mufasa on the trip for a reason. I know I met Susan for a reason. I know I met Marie Shy for a reason. I'm gonna tell you names because Dynas told y'all we connected, so I'm gonna give you the name. I know I met Alsar for a reason. After that, not only that, I met Rob twice for a reason. I met Tahuti for a reason. I met man, shoot, I ain't even want to go through the sisters' name because it's a lot of sisters support. And shout out to the sisters who be supporting at Search for Uhuru, because he appreciates you all and he will show you love. Ro, I believe I told Ro to come to the show, Dynas. I don't know if she's on, but she can talk. She was on the last trip, and I suggested that she goes with Dynas. He asked me, who do I trust? I said, I trust Dynas, and I'm going to tell you her trip. She got off the plane. She met with a brother whose name I'm not going to say right now, but, you know, later I will, maybe, by grace of Oldemare and by grace of Dynas, because this is his platform. He walked her directly to Dynas. He walked all the people. See, Dynas be modest with y'all. Y'all get walked through straight to whatever air-conditioned transportation Dynas has, but you say it ain't luxury? You say it ain't luxury, but if you was a Nigerian, you wouldn't even have that. Because a Nigerian is a gangster. And not a bad gangster, like Chicago. Well, we're not bad gangsters. I am like a OG gangster. So, yeah, Dynas, I'm saying on your show. I'm OG. So, but you are getting walked to air-conditioned transportation. And Dynas is being modest by saying it's not luxury, but it's luxury. It's luxury. As in a Nigerian, what they would take, they would be on a bus with 24 people in that heat. But in Dynas' tour, you don't got to go through that. And it's not because he don't want you to have an African experience. It's because he understands you're coming from somewhere where you may not have had that. So he gives you what you need. Now, if you don't want what you need, by all means, go with somebody else. But if you want what you need, and you really want to see like real Nigeria, real Sierra Leone, real citizenship tangible, real passports, real IDs, real stuff, you go with Dynas. Now, if you want some fake shit, I don't even know who that is because I already went with Dynas, so I don't know nothing else. So I'm gonna see it there, Nuke. My apologies.
No problem. Hey, Shy. So what are your thoughts on the and Complex? I appreciate that, Noob. I appreciate that. Thank you, brother.
No, I'm gonna stand back. I'm gonna stand back though.
Yeah, Sean, what are your
If I
thoughts
can,
on
if I can.
the foreign models being banned in
Uh,
Nigeria?
well, I think that first of all, to me, the models, slash, there's some folks that are going to cross into commercial and do some commercials and maybe acting, but at least commercials. That industry or population is kind of emerging to me. I mean, they have what do they call it? Not Bollywood, but they got their Nollywood.
Nollywood.
Right. So the Nollywood is established, but I think the fashion industry is emerging more so, and that there's just so much of a pool of talent in Nigeria to pull from. You got all those beautiful people in Nigeria. They need to start there, and then once it gets going good, then they can maybe revisit that, and they might want to open that up. But I think that they need to work with what they have and really give them an opportunity, give the people opportunity to set the whole thing. That's my view on it.
Okay. No, I think that's a good thing. Because you want to see yourself being represented. So, and listen, they locked us out of their out of their industry ever in Europe and in America. So,
Right.
and plus, when I used to model, I was told straight up, like, listen, we got too many people that look like you. So, I get
Wow.
it. But Missy Barter, we're just gonna pass the mic to you.
Yeah.
Go, the floor is yours. Go ahead. You can talk about whatever you want to. Go ahead.
Alafia to everyone. I'm glad that you guys your journey to Nigeria as usual was good. That's the way it's supposed to be, right? So that's the nature of us as Black folks. We are the original people. We have earned the rights to go anywhere and be anywhere that we want at any given time. We should not limit ourselves because as the planet is lining up, right? The universe is lining up. You don't know who you might meet at any given time. We need to be open-minded. We need to be open-minded, particularly Black folks, because of what happened to us, from being a slave to being colonized. I understand that some people are angry that because they were enslaved, but I'm not saying you shouldn't talk about it. We must talk about it. We shouldn't forget about it, right? But at the same time, we're going to have to move on. For this planet to line up again, Black men needs to be in their right mind. Black women needs to be in their right mind. It's not going to be if we keep snapping at each other, whining about somebody calling somebody Akata. Everybody wants to be Shango, but you don't want to bear Shango's name. One of Shango's attributes is Akata. I know that we keep saying it, and most people are never going to want to agree, or you don't have to. One of many Shango's attributes, for those of you that are going to Yoruba land and you want to get into the Olodumare and all these things, one of many Shango's attributes is Akata, and Akata just simply means wild cat, right? I know that lately everybody is saying, why are they calling us wild cat? But why did the people that named themselves Black Panther call themselves that? Right? Black Panther.
Good point.
Wildcat. Because these things, I realized Yoruba particularly, the brother just said the moment he got to Nigeria and he saw some other people that look like him and look like his cousin, this is what Yoruba does all the time. We show up somewhere, we're looking among our Black people, we're looking at who look like us.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even begin to tell you when I came back to the US, how many Black men particularly that I see, and I said, you look like the Igbo man, you look like this, you look like that. Mind you, I'm not a Igbo, but I'm telling Black men, or some Black men that I say, you look like an Igbo man, or you look like a Yoruba man, or you look like an Hausas, right? This is it's common among Yoruba, and I'm sure it's even common among the Nigerians, period, that they will see somebody and Yoruba will see you and then give you a name. And then this is us interacting with you. You see, what the brother is saying, that when you get to Nigeria, everybody welcome you. That is not an uncommon thing. That is just the way Nigeria get down, particularly Yorubas and Yorubas as well. Because the problem we have is we allow a simple thing, a minor thing, to divide us. And we stick to that. And we live in that memory. And for every time you say, okay, because we get through civil war, we can't move forward from that. But you were enslaved for hundreds of years. But you're not going to move away from this civil war. You see how in the meantime, we're attacking each other, you're calling each other names, you wish each other ill. All these things is going into the universe and it's affecting the way and what we see. Whether you are Black in America, whether you are from the enslaved people or from the colonized people, we're gonna have to move on and progress together forwardly. Otherwise, we're all gonna be in this soup of hell that we are creating for each other. Those that enslaved you cannot do anything to you if you choose to elevate your mind. They can't do nothing to you if you choose to go ahead and find out who you are and move on from there. I wish you all well. I'm happy for all of you that you're able to go. For those of you that want to go to Nigeria, I will not. Listen, for me, I'm going to be Black when I come back to this world. I am Black now. When I come back again, I'm going to be Black again. There is no other race of people I want to be but Black. There is no other group of people I want to be but Yorubas. The Yorubas are the best. So are every single tribe of African people.
Right.
Every Black people. Please bear that in mind. Wherever you go, remember that person, the experience that each of us have experienced is because of what you're putting out.
Mm-hmm.
These brothers are they're having good experience because of what they put out. Brother Dynast has decided to put out good experience. His mind is clean, his heart is pure. He's experiencing what he put out. Each and every one of us, we're going to reap what we sow regardless. So if you want to reap positive things, start putting out positive mindset. Hey, they call me Akata. They call me this. We're going to have to move on from that. I'm not saying, because what you are not realizing is those that enslave us, they put all of us into one box. They're treating Africa like one country rather than a continent of millions and millions of people. We Black people are looking at Africans or Black people to the prism of those who enslave us, where if somebody say Akata, and we keep saying that is actually a Yoruba language that is not meant to insult you, but it was the meaning of what you call Black Panther.
And used out of context too, though, right?
Yes, and those that use it in a derogative context is because, as usual, ignorance is bliss, right?
Right.
So therefore, when you insult another Black person, you are insulting yourself. What if you point a finger, a wrong finger to one person, the rest of that finger come back to you? Everybody gets into meditation. When you get into meditation, you get to know what I mean, that we're going to have to start putting our positive things wherever we go. We need to stop sleeping in the soup of hell. It is time for us. We are the first people on this planet. We need to enjoy paradise here now. We deserve it. So I will definitely join you, Brother Amir. Good trip. Continue universe blessing to every single one of you.
Dynast, I wanted to.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay, thank you.
Indeed.
I love Miss Ibarra. Dynast, so check this out. I'm on the Twitter space, and they're talking about the gatekeeping the music. This is the FBAs and the FBA and the Secure the Tribe folks. And so they're talking about, I don't go in those spaces at all, but lately I've been kind of checking it out a little bit. So I asked to speak on the platform, and they're talking about gatekeeping the hip hop music and that sort of thing. Like, the basic contention is that that Caribbeans have
and Puerto Ricans are getting credit for creating hip hop.
Okay, good. So you're familiar with that. So
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
so anyway, so what I bring up Louis Armstrong and the whole jazz thing, and my teacher from the Congo, I just finished talking to him on the phone about an hour ago, and I haven't talked to him in some months now, and really before that, some years, like many years. So we're starting to talk a little bit. But anyway, I asked him because he told me that Louis Armstrong's grandmother told him, "Don't ever forget that you from Congo," and so I mentioned that in the Twitter space to the folks. So
What they do? Attack you? What they do? Attack you? They attacked you?
they did, but lightly. But what they ended up doing is calling this young man, who is supposed to be the great grand nephew of Louis Armstrong, and so they asked him. They brought him on. They called him on the phone, and he got on to Twitter, and they asked him, "So, what do you know of your great uncle? Where's your family from?" And he said his answer was, "My family's from the South, and we have some European in us." That's his answer. And then they go, "Well, what do you know of your, and so he went on a little bit to talk about it, but really it seemed like he didn't really know that much about his family. So as this is going on, I'm Googling up Louis Armstrong's name. And what I saw was that Louis Armstrong did a tour of Africa back in the late 50s, and he went to the Congo. He was on tour, but this was in relation to the CIA making this claim that Louis Armstrong was not aware that they were part of his entourage. They were being used. They were using him to kind of capture the people's attention while the CIA was doing these subversive things in the background. And later, Louis Armstrong found out about it. It really affected him. He was saddened by that. But so I'm reading this, and I didn't see anything about him being connected with the Congo. So I called my teacher about an hour ago, and I said, "Titos, remember you told me that?" He says, "Yeah." I said, "Well, how do you know that? Who told you?" He says, "When I was 12 years old, I went to see him. He went to across the river. He's in Brazzaville. He went across the river to Kinshasa because it was announced on the radio that this man from America, black man from America, is bringing jazz, and black folks were listening to jazz. It was some black folks in Africa listening to jazz. So he went. He's 12 years old. He goes, and Louis Armstrong had played for white folks, and then he played for the people. The people came and he played, but they started to talk and ask him. So he's responding to the questions, and they're translating, and everybody broke down, and it was like he broke down. Louis Armstrong broke down. I think that he was in tears probably, because my teacher said it was really a moving moment. But that's when he said, and my teacher heard him say that, he said his grandmother told him, "Don't ever forget you come from Congo." And so I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna start a space in there, and I'm gonna go back and talk about that, because my family has some Congo ties and some other ties, but I think mainly that, but certainly some Nigerian ties. But anyway, I wanted to tell that story because of just our connection. And I thought it was something that was really something awesome to tell, Yeah.
Yes, sir. Queen Nigeria. Go ahead, Queen Nigeria.
Hello, Prince Dynast. Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me here. I want to touch quickly on two topics. First of all, the one of them is the topic of the day, the models, and then what Complex and Ibarra said, Mrs. Ibarra. So I'm really glad that Complex came up here to talk about his experience, and also more importantly, talk about how welcoming people were, and there's something he said, and I quote, "If you have a positive mindset, you will see the positive things in Africa. But if you have a negative mindset, you will see the negative things in Africa." Um, I find it that it's sad that you see, there are people among African Americans and Africans right now who encourage African Americans to come back home, to visit, to tour, to travel, to stay, trade, whatever they want to do. And uh, the last time I was on the show, it was like everyone was attacking, like, why Africa? America is better off, and this is better, and that is better. It's really sad because when you see like other demographics, like the Chinese, for instance, taking over a lot of things in Africa right now, they're not they're not saying, oh, them Nigerians, them Liberians are like this, and we're not gonna go invest there. No, they come invest, they come do their thing, they go back home, they come, they take advantage of the resources that African Americans unfortunately are sleeping on, and it shouldn't be, you know. We shouldn't try to create 1,001 reason all the time why it shouldn't be Africa, and then turn around and complain about how we've been treated unjustly in America, which is true, right? And then the other issue is with the models. Um, I think this as well will go a long way in influencing the usage of bleaching creams and lightening products in Nigeria, because um, in the Nigerian entertainment industry, not just Nigerian, West African, Sub-Saharan African, a lot of people want to be in the limelight, want to be socialites, and especially being models. And a lot of the time, they feel some sort of pressure to the point where they feel they have to bleach to look lighter skin, and if now it's been banned that you can't be a model there if you're non-African, right? You'll find out that a lot of people who feel those pressure, they wouldn't necessarily think that way anymore, I believe, because now that's not going to be the main image. I remember there's a course, because I like to take a lot of courses. There's a course I took during a school break I had, and it was online from Nigeria, right? And the images used on the platform were images of white people. So I asked the one of the tutors, I was like, hey, privately, I was like, why are you teaching mostly Nigerians who are majorly blacks, and all I see is mostly images of white people there, like there's no representation at all. uh, you know and they were like, you need to focus on the content that's been taught. And it's really sad when you're in America, you're underrepresented, and you go to your own continent or your own country and you're still underrepresented in the media. And this is because a lot of Africans have this Eurocentric mindset, who want to be like the colonial masters, who want to feel like them, which shouldn't be the case. And that's one thing I find unique with Dynast, is when he does his tours, and even when he makes his video about Africa, he focuses on the real African. I saw someone in the comments by the name Okimute saying, is there a real Sierra Leone and a fake Sierra Leone? Well, yes, there is, because you find a lot of people who make videos about, African countries on YouTube, and a lot of them focus on the luxury in terms of, when I say luxury, I mean the European standard, the ones that look similar to the European things, and trying to show the world, oh, we have this as well in Africa. I don't know why, as Africans, we should be trying to prove to the world that we're like them. That's the problem. The same thing happens in the modeling industry. So I think this is a move in the right direction in terms of representation for especially dark-skinned males and females in the Nigerian modeling industry. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. We got a super chat. Somebody said, asked in the super chat, and FBA ADOX would call in. When Chinese Indians, when they go to Africa, are they running from their country when they go to Africa? Because ADOS has this, if you leave America, you're running. So I like for them to, any ADOS FBA who's in the chat room who wants to call that. I mean, who wants to answer that? You're more than welcome to call in. NGTO 92, go ahead. NGTO 92, go ahead. Okay.
This was complex.
Complex, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Complex. Go ahead.
Until they come in. I know how they got the way. I've been on your show where people know how they got the way. I know how they got the way. That's the point. So when they come in, let me know, Dynast. I got the way. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's cool. Go ahead.
All right. So this is my point for everybody on the call. I didn't know Dynast at all when I went on his trip. I was in Nigeria before I met Dynast, Amir. Before I knew Search for the Hero, I was in Nigeria before that. And the time of it was not like when I was there with Dynast. He showed myself and my Baba, Fatu Roti, 75 plus years old. Now, that was year 2019. We had 3 years ago. He showed us the way. We had an African experience. We appreciate it. And everyone should find in their mind a way to appreciate, what am I getting? Marisha met her cousin. Mufasa, Tori and I are friends. Alsar and I are friends. I met a friend named, he got so many on his different trips. I went on different trips. And then when I was already in Africa, I met other friends through Search for Your Hero. I'm not selling anything. He don't pay me nothing. That's the fact. Actually, I've sent donations into Dynast. If Dynast added it up,
yeah, that's cool. Go ahead.
Like, man. All right, so, all right, my bad. I'm back out. This is my point for everybody on the call.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, JS, you got to turn off the playback.
Oh, when I went on his trip.
JS, you got to J Dollar, you got to turn off the playback. Let's see here. NGTO 92, go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Can you hear me, Dynast?
Yes, I do. Hear you now. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Sorry, I was walking, so maybe the connection. So I wanted to address two things. One with the model, banning the foreign models. My opinion is that I see it as a good thing, but my own concern would be, will it affect us in the future? Like if other people want to work with us in the future. Now, would that backfire? Because we're banning foreign models, which I'm behind straight, 100%. But at the same time, if other people wants to work with us, we have to be willing to, not ban foreign people to, because of that. So we have to kind of give and take in a situation. So that's my biggest concern, is that it might bite us in the ass in the future. And the whole situation about the bleaching situation, it's not just West Africa that has bleaching situation. Even in India, they have bleaching situation there. Even amongst Black Americans, there's bleaching situations there. So I see it as, I won't really worry about none of that. We all know that our skin is beautiful. That's why everybody else that's not Black wants to look like us.
Right.
And also the situation with, Black Americans going back home, or having this second thought about Africa, it's going to take time. It's not something that will happen overnight. Sometimes it might take years, to see that light. Sometimes like that. So I'm not too aggressively, saying that, Black Americans needs to invest in Africa, it's something that your mind has to be ready for. If your mindset is not there, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't force people like that. Just like the Chinese and the Indians that's going to Africa, I'm sure that it took him years to be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to take my stuff and go, you know? So it's going to take time. And I hope that um, with Black Americans, when they go to Africa, they need to understand that they're in a different world now. They're no longer in America, they're no longer in the West. It's a different world. So, and that world is more of a complex of Black people with different tribes, different languages, and different cultures. So I would tell Black Americans, when you go, sit back and enjoy the show. That's just what I would tell you. That's all.
Okay. Jay Dollar Sign, go ahead.
I'm just listening. Whenever the topic comes up, I'll speak up, but not right now. I just want to listen right now.
Prince, can I say something?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Regarding the issue of African Americans going back and trying to force them to go back, nobody's trying to force anybody to go back. You can't force people to do, you know, something. What we're doing is encouraging. And yes, it's going to take time, right? But how many years ago were they taking some stolen, some sold out of Africa? How many years has it been? How many centuries? How long ago? While we're sitting saying, let's take our time, let's take our time. The Chinese is acquiring assets there. The Indians are, the Lebanese are, right? I remember there was a particular um, property I got somewhere in Nigeria, and anyone who's Nigerian would know. Well, not most people, right, would know. It's a particular place called Ibejuleki, being developed close to the upcoming largest private privately owned refinery in the world, right? And a new Nigerian port as well. That tells you how the real estate value is going to skyrocket. First of all, African Americans, a lot of them are being gentrified from their communities here in America. My property I got, right, like not so far, less than a minute or 2 minutes drive, is a big Chinese company. And a lot of the people employed there are Lebanese, not Africans, for minor jobs that Africans can do. For jobs like shoveling and doing little minor things, they insist on bringing in their people to do these jobs, while a lot of Nigerians remain
Where is
jobless.
this? Where at it again? Where?
Ibejuleki.
Hmm.
And this is a problem when the rest of the world treats us unfairly. During the COVID, go on YouTube, look at Nigerians or Africans being kicked out of apartments that they had paid like 3 months ahead of. Without any refund, they've been kicked out on the street, having their passports seized from them. Why didn't the rest of the world worry about the consequences? But when it's us, we gotta be scared of white supremacy. And you might argue, oh, we're not being scared of white supremacy, we're just being concerned. Well, it is a problem. It is a problem. And if you're not there, I'm speaking from someone who has tried being in the modeling industry while I was younger, before I left Nigeria, because I kind of have the physique, of being slim and tall, right? So yes, there are dark skin models who are successful, right? But it still is a big problem if you speak with anyone in the industry. So I don't think it's necessary to be worrying about how it's gonna backfire when we've been treated like piece of crap outside Africa, and even within our own countries. They bring in foreign workers to work when we're able-bodied, and they don't care how it's going to backfire towards them. But when it's us who want to worry about how it's going to backfire, how is that not a problem if you truly want, Africa to thrive? That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Wow.
cool. Black, go ahead, Black Line, and then we'll pass the complex. Then we're gonna go ahead and close out. Go ahead, Black Line.
Oh yeah, sure. Thanks for being on the panel. I know it's been a while, but I just want to say personally, like, Dynast, thank you for showing us Africa in a different light and different perspectives. I really appreciate that. You pretty much, I like
Thank you.
that. Yeah, and I liked how you show, like, one thing I agree with you on. One thing I noticed with like we're in America, for example, we need to stop showing all the luxury, all the beauty, and this and that. Like, there are African infrastructure is cool and everything, but I agree with you. I don't want to keep showing the westernized version of Africa. That's one thing I would show. Like, show us the real raw Africa. It can be beautiful too. We just can't. We like stop having this Western mindset. We got to see Africa in this perspective only, and then that's it. I like how your tours and a lot of Africans who show, look how beautiful and Africa naturally is. Look out before the colonialism. Look at the beauty before the colonialism, before the Western influence. I'm not saying African infrastructure is not needed or is not necessary, but is heavily needed. But I like how you show that it is natural, its purest form, and see how Africa could be still if we still have that ancestral mindset. And the thing is, I also wanted to discuss, like, real quickly. I don't want to take too long. The fact is, like, I understand it takes time for African Americans to accept their African ancestry and go to and see the continent for the first time for 400 years, besides the year return. I understand that. But the problem is a lot of us don't understand. A lot of us don't see that we don't have much time as much as we think we do. Personally speaking, we don't have much time. Because the sad part is, like, I understand it takes time to, go to Africa, meet the people, see the culture and this and that. But my problem is I kind of find the bullshit in a way. Because as much as a lot of African, a lot of us call out this issue, we're willing to fucking adapt. Sorry, see my language. We're willing to adapt and integrate with Chinese, Arabs, Mexicans, any ethnic group in America that with the community that has a history of not liking us. But we are willing to learn their culture, marry their people, and willing to fit in their society. No problem. But for some odd damn reason, we can't go into a continent or a country that with the majority of people look like us. It didn't take years to like in our community. It didn't take years for us to like other ethnic groups. It didn't take years. Maybe like what? Like, no. So why say we like every community that doesn't who don't look like us, can't relate to us, they can't even stand us, but we integrate into their businesses, their people, and everything else, like, no problem. How's Africa a problem? You're telling me you can't integrate with their family, with their institutions? If you think you can't integrate with the continent, actually you can do it just as effectively as any community? That's kind of no. Excuse my language. That's bullshit. Like I said, we don't have years. Like, we don't have the time to remain ignorant. We can literally learn to love ourselves in less than a year, if we really wanted to. Because the problem is, America. I've been saying this before. America is literally falling, and a lot of us don't see it. The dollar's falling. The housing is falling. I'm seeing literally. I'm in the area, like, there's lots of white people who are snapping because they like there are a lot of them coming out admitting how America is, and they're tired of it. A lot of them are becoming radicals, especially with the way the country's running right now. I don't see America lasting anytime soon, maybe at 15 years at most. And in my opinion, African Americans need to start learning who they are now. See the countries now. Playing your future now. Because there are times I ask African Americans online or in person, where do you see the community or this country going in the next 10 or 15 years?
That opens up a lot, though.
That's a great point.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I always get the silent treatment. It's like, yes, you guys don't understand. Like I told my guys, look at the economy. Look at our communities. We can't even get married, for Pete's sake. We can't even get along. We will literally get our ass kicked by Chinese people and Chinese businesses, but we'll never build our own so we can avoid those kind of problems. We don't got the kind of time we think we do. We were warned since the 1900s when Garvey was around. Even when Malcolm X said, he said in his final days, I think our best choice is to go back to Africa. because you got no power here. We don't. And the sad part is this illusion of progress is literally killing us. Why wish your at least Africa will give you the opportunity to at least build something. At least build a family. At least build a business. At least learn the culture. Get your ancestral knowledge back. What can America give you that Africa can give you 10 times over? What?
Nothing.
Exactly. Thank you. Seriously. And the sad part is we're not seeing the real prize here. Like Africa at least is the real prize. At least you can become a human being. There are times I will say, man, excuse my language, but screw reparations. Do you want money or do you want freedom?
Right.
Do you want to learn how to love yourself? Do you want to be around your own? Do you want to be happy? Do you want opportunities? Because every time I notice in history, when we try to build something, it never stays long term. We never can build real wealth here. We can never stay as a stable family. At least in Africa, you got a better chance.
Right. But of course, the rebuildings in the consciousness of the people starts with the individual. And it's not like we haven't been doing that work too. We've been doing that work. We've been, educating and changing minds. But one thing that you said, and that's for sure, is that the recolonization of Africa, I agree with PLO Lamoon, but the recolonization of Africa has started. And my teacher told me, he said, when he was 12 years old, he was in New Orleans. He moved to New Orleans 2 years ago. And he said he should have been there a long time. He said that he's listening to the story of what happened in the 1800s and how Black folks had to leave the inner cities and go into the communities at sundown or something like that.
Yeah, the infamous sundown towns. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he said when he was in the Congo, they had to do the same thing. And he said that's what we don't realize is that how similar our stories are, that they went through a same kind of trauma and just mental, just the same kind of stuff that we went through. They went through a lot of the similar things that we went through. And you could really only know that. I mean, you could read about it, but when you meet people who were in it and they tell you the story of how that helped to shape their minds in a certain way, that's why they use bleaching cream today.
Mm-hmm.
And other things.
No, I agree. You're absolutely right. That's absolutely right. But here's the thing, though. At least on the continent, we got the numbers and we got the media. We got more power and more control on that continent than we do in America. Like, it's so hard in this country to tell Black people to love who they are. It's hard to tell Black people in this country to love their African ancestry. It's hard to tell Black people to even want to be happy being African, because we're so worried how other cultures will look at us. If we promote from an African culture from our tribes, from our ancestors, a lot of us, 1 out of 10, a lot of us will not promote it because we really care how other races think about our culture, and we'll think they're making fun of us, so I'm not going to promote it. At least in Africa, you have that kind of freedom to promote who you are. And you got more power and you got the numbers. Like with the South Africa apartheid is still happening. I just call that South African version of Jim Crow. At least that's what a lot of African Americans have. We have in common with the South Africans. It's the same thing, but they're in their domain. They can and we can get involved with. We have a lot more in common with the issues. I agree, but we can literally take that issue and take it to whole new levels, especially in our African territory. We'll be incredibly difficult to defeat. A lot of us don't understand that is our power. That's one thing we don't want to realize. And the sad part is we can only go so far in this country. It's hard. Like we still got we still got marriage issues. When people say colorism issues, we still have a hard time accept ourselves calling African unless another Black Panther movie comes out. It's like we can't we can't be stable Africans in this country for long unless it's a trend. It's like we only like things unless it's a trend, and it only lasts like a couple of months, 6 months at most, and then we go back to being ignorant people. We don't have a stable mindset or philosophy how our ancestors were. We don't. But at least in Africa, it does give you that chance you can hold on to a lot longer. and see a better perspective and different horizons. That's why I like Search for Uhuru and his videos and Woody Maya, because they're showing you we can be African and free as we can, and we're willing to go that far.
Hey, Black Lion, what's your page and your information?
I really don't have a page personally.
You need one, because I like what you be saying every show. You remember you and I have been on several different shows on, I'm going to call it Dynast. Search for Uhuru. We've been on several shows, and I would love you to get a page, sir.
Oh, thank you. I would consider it. I would maybe in the near future I'll consider it. But yes,
maybe in the future if you can get a page, can we say, as I told Dynast 4 shows ago, when Dynast gets his network, network is equal net worth. When Dynast gets his network, I hope I will see you on his network. Is that something that you feel like can be done?
Hell yeah. Personally? Oh yeah. Definitely.
And I just wanted to, say stuff to
Yeah,
Black Lion.
then go ahead, and then after that we'll go ahead and close out. But go ahead, take your time.
Don't
Black
leave me
Lion,
out, Dynast. Don't leave me out, bro.
I agree with what you said, that there's not enough time. However, there's this saying that Africans always say, that we have latecomers. They will always be late to everything, right? So, Okwalakwe, dear Lanyo, meaning many were called, but only few were chosen. So there's not much we can do. Like you said, there's not enough time, but, we have latecomers, and latecomers will always show when it's too late. And then my advice to the, Africans, us Africans as well, is that if we do want to develop Africa to be the way it needs to be, we want to make sure that we're putting the right people in power, meaning the right president, the right governor, senates, you know what I mean? Because we still have, sellouts amongst us as well that we need to, flush out if we want Africa to be great. So that's why I want each and every African country to play its part by making its country great. So if anything from the Western world comes, we can all stand together and be like, well, if you hurt one country, the rest of us will come for you. Right? And then my last advice would be to anyone who wants to make or move to Africa. One thing about us Africans, when we go back, we don't like to give out information because of the eye that's listening and looking. So when you're ready to make that move. That's all I'm going to say. We have eyes and ears on everything that we do.
Go ahead. Go ahead and we'll close out. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Good confidence. Go ahead. You got. Listen. You got the last word. Go ahead.
Thank you, big brother. Hey, listen. So, as I said earlier, first and foremost, you want a true African experience at going to Africa with a tour company. You go to search for Uhuru. If you want a A1 rich bitch, as Dave Chappelle would say, and Donnell, his other comedian, experience, Dynast will give you that as well. Hit his lineup, email Dynast, and tell. And this not me, like, as I said, I met Dynast when I met Dynast in 2019. I did not grow up with Dynast. I did not know him. We frat. It isn't no frat thing though. It's a truth thing. Like, sometimes you tell yourself the truth. Like, and as I heard me say, Dynast and I have had our words. Does that stop me from being a real man and saying, no matter what words you have with a man, is he giving the best experience? Is what I have to ask myself. And as he knows, and as he allowed me to be, by way of Ozamari, I'm here today to talk on his show, to say to you, if you want the true African experience, if you want somebody to tell you that the food is the medicine, and I mean that in a way of, when you eat African food, because he is an African foodie. When you eat African food, you are eating to live in Africa. The food is your cure. Now, to say that in front of everybody in the world, I probably shouldn't have to say it, but I'm going to say it right now. And he shows you that. The man, and as I said, if y'all didn't hear me, he helped me carry a man with no legs in a wheelchair. Dynas Amir helped me take a 75-plus-year-old man on his first trip to Nigeria. On his trip, he put his but he didn't have I don't know if he had short sleeve on or not. It don't matter. Dynas himself got down and got dirty every time. And I wanted to be heard. I wanted to be heard. It's need to be heard. That man got down and got dirty. And carried a man in a wheelchair over his 70s, an elder, through parts of Nigeria. Dynas could have been the kind of host that could have been like, I don't do that. I'm telling you all, from me to you, he did it. More than once, though. More than twice. More than 3 times. He did it. Mufasa did it. Susan helped. Maria, one of his moderators, Marie Shy helped. We all did for each other. So, you want a true African experience? It's not a sales pitch. Anything. This is me saying to you, the best experience I had, because I was in Nigeria before I met Dynas Amir. I was already in Nigeria. But the best experience I learned was through his tours. Please, not in a begging way at all. Find yourself to see he's doing the right thing and he's growing, which means every year, every half year, every 3 months, that man is improving on hotels, on what he gives you, on what he tells you. And he and everybody else there is going to look out for you like we looked out for each other when we were there. And in closing, again, I'm called Complex. My channel, as Dynas allows me to at least say, is African Diaspora Academies on YouTube. On Instagram, I am Complexity. Complex, KOMPLEXCITY, Complex City on Instagram. But I support Searching Huru fully because I got an African experience with him, and I got a great one. And anyone that has a complaint about anything, it is understandable, it is accepted, and you are loved. But please look into why he's doing it the way he's doing it. I want to say this. He's not going to say it. So I want to say it. And I hope you give me a little more time to just say it. The man needs your support in what he's doing because he's doing what's right. And if you keep supporting, you keep helping, he's gonna continue to do it. Because all I know, I couldn't take that man with no legs. And I mean no legs. If you go to his first video in Nigeria, please go to his old videos. Look up any of the old videos in Nigeria. You will see us all supporting a man with no legs. But to see the host that comes down and says, I got this, I'm going to do it. He did it more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times. And I want you all to hear from me. Because I didn't know him before this. I didn't know we were frat brothers. I didn't know anything. But when I got to know, I realized I came to where I was supposed to be. And when anybody on this channel, even for a second, you are where you're supposed to be. Stop here, share, subscribe, and see why you stopped here and where you're supposed to be. And keep working to help your people, because that's what Dynas does. on everything. On Chicago. You from Chicago? You know what I mean on everything. Support Dynasty Amir. Support Surfer Uhuru. Support his partners. He's only doing what he knows to do, and he's going to improve at every step. But if you leave the step, you're going to leave his improvement.
Yes, sir.
Stay with this brother.
Preach, man.
All right.
Yes, sir. With that being said, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror, search for Huru. Peace.
Peace.
Y'all.
Thanks.
Peace.